Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So again, as I said yesterday about it takes two to tango, yesterday I said something that I feel instigated a particular series of events. So I am taking responsibility for the drama of yesterday. I think I know exactly what it was. I think it had to do with the fact that I'm talking because it's been so long since I've been with somebody. There is a part of me that's I've adapted to this lifestyle of being alone and not having people to talk to. I haven't been touched by a female, like not even sexually, just just a caressing, even from like I haven't even had a hug from a friend or anything like that in a very, very, very long time. So I've gotten used to not getting like touch and the energy and the comfort and the all that comes from humans touching each other in a very long time. And I feel like somebody else has been gotten very that's something she saw is. Let me just hold on a second here. Essentially what I'm trying to say is I was just being honest with the fact that I have this thing inside my heart that feels like it's consistently telling me that this is the right thing to do, that there's love, like there's the most the deepest connection I'm ever going to find with somebody there. But another part of me is also like, yeah, that's true, but there is also this other issue that is and needs to be dealt with one way or another. And it's like, it's not an easy fucking thing because a lot of it doesn't it's not up to me. A lot of it is up to a particular person, and if she wants to continue, I mean, it's like trying to hurt people, like doing like sending out like shit and like lying and being deceitful and not being honest. Like all these things are not going to help a healthy relationship. It's like it is what the fuck it is, and it's like there's only so much I can do. Like I've done tried to reach out, I've done put myself out there, I try to be nice and kind and loving and positive and just like, hey, let's just try to figure this out, take it slow and not have to go back and all these crazy things that have happened in the past. And then yet, she's continuing to hit me with more and more tests, and not only just tests, but like literally purposefully I feel saying things to hurt me, like on purpose. It's one thing if you just want to pull back just because you're like, I don't know, I'm just gonna give them some distance. You can do so with class. There's a way of doing things with grace where you're not offending people. And I know sometimes I come across very abrasive, so it's not something I've mastered, but it's something I'm aware of. And when I'm in most of the time I like to operate with a lot of class. I like to operate in a manner that's conducive to a good environment for everybody and everything. I don't think I think that a particular person has a decent memory and maybe even a little bit of a she may incorporate that in her. I mean, I don't even fucking know because I hadn't seen her, but based on what I just felt yesterday and observed from other various sources, there wasn't much class in what was said yesterday. Um, and again, like a part of me is also very, 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 very skeptical because I was very suicidal, and I'm feeling better now, but like nothing. No attempt to reach out to me, no attempt to try to send a supporting word. In fact, the exact opposite happened. I feel she or her fucking minions or goons or no offense, but y'all, that's what y'all seem to be. Like you guys follow her orders. It is what it is, man. They actually did the opposite. They sent words and sent things to my person when I was in a very down spot to incur more pain upon me when I was already in a state of pain. So it's like from my perspective, like this woman doesn't seem to have my best interest at heart. Her actions are not showing that. Actions, love is action. Okay, so like there's a lot of spiritual theoretical stuff that happens, but that only takes you so far. Like you got to get to a point to where you're able to solidify yourself in what you believe in and show the world and not be afraid. I mean, get through that fear, persevere through that fear, and show the world how you really feel. And if whatever it may be, and that's I think is the issue, is that she is having trouble being figuring out exactly how she feels. So it's really up to her. Like I didn't say anything to hurt her. I didn't make fun of her. I didn't fucking even say I was pulling away. I was just being completely honest with the fact that I've been on my own for a very fucking long time. Things have not been fucking totally kosher between us. There's a lot of fucking just baggage in between things. And I know that the more we continue to be mean to each other, the harder this is going to be. So it's like, if we can't get to some type of a place to where we're like at least able to like be civilized and kind with one another and not let our lower selves get in the way of love, then it's not going to work. It's just not gonna work. And I'm gonna need some type of, after all that, I'm gonna need some type of a sign that that's something that she's at least interested in moving towards a life that is not, dominated by this low vibrational energy, which is a large part of what I feel is associated with her. And I know she's got a lot of issues going on. That's okay. It's fine to be in that spot, but you got to at least acknowledge where you're at, the pain that you've caused. And I'm going to say this, if you hurt people's feelings, it's apologize. Like, that's just the right thing to do. And people who don't apologize, it's a red flag. It's a huge red flag. If you can't apologize and humble I mean, it's all about growing. Like, if you can't acknowledge that you've offended somebody, and that, to help things grow in a good manner for everything and everybody and yourself, it's good to apologize. Like, the fact that I have to even say this type of stuff is strange to me, because it's something that's always been like inertly, like, just like something good to do in my DNA, even like without my parents. Like, it's just something I've always felt good about doing. And I know that in this household, when we are in a state, this family, when it's in a state of apologizing to each other when things go bad, it's a good state that we're in. But when we stop apologizing, because there's been times when we haven't really wanted to apologize to each other, shit gets bad. Stuff is real low vibrational. There's not nearly as much love. So it's like, if you're not able to apologize, to me, that says something about your connection to love. And I'm here to love. Like, I know what I want. I'm in a pretty good spot, and I'm willing to be open and vulnerable with my emotions and connect to people in a real way. But if somebody else isn't willing to do so, then that's fine. But that's what I want. And so until I see more evidence that that's something that she wants too, I don't really know where else to go with this thing, other than to just like, let things mellow out as well as they can, because this volatility, this drama isn't helping my life anything, and I don't think it's gonna help her life either. So it's like, I want the best for us both. I gotta, I'm working out a lot, so I got a lot of testosterone and energy right now. And if it's like, like girls, like, I didn't think she'd be the type of girl to do this, but I was wrong about that. Like, from what I'm seeing, is she seems to be the type that, at least for me, likes to just like irritate me and extort emotions and fucking manipulate my heart to get a rise out of me that she can feed off of to fucking help her through her day. I could be wrong, but I feel like there has been, not all, but I feel like some of the motivation and the interactions and this whatever the fuck it is has had a large part of that integrated into it. Not everything is about that, but a good amount of it is. And then there still is the fact that I've seen, and I know that she has done deals with the lower vibrational ones, and because of that, it leaves her vulnerable to their fucking manipulation whenever they feel like it. And this is the thing about this, like, you may think like, oh, I'm not gonna, it's like, nah, this ain't up to you. Like, when they feel like fucking cashing in on what the fuck you owe them, they will do so. Okay, and that's going to have a detrimental effect on you and on me, and they're going to be more motivated to do it to you, which is going to affect me if me and you are together, because I am fighting against these motherfuckers in every way that you possibly can. So it's like, the best armor, the best defense, the best way to counter that is to take as many good steps you can towards love, towards the most highs, towards goodness, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and keep going on in that way. I can help guide that in what ways that I can. I feel like I've got a decent relationship with at least progression, but if she doesn't, if she doesn't want the help, then that's fine. But you gotta, in order to really help yourself, you gotta take accountability for the fact that you're in a spot to where you may need a little bit of help, and you're a little fucked up, and maybe you're a little confused and disoriented. When I say fucked up, I say that just like, sometimes I feel fucked up, like, in some areas I still am fucked up, but in this, I'm at least able to continue progressing in a good area without a desire to hurt others. And that's one of the biggest things. I'm still sensing a desire for her to want to hurt others, and it's something that I have zero tolerance for. Absolutely zero tolerance. We all make mistakes, but to hold that desire, that intent in you, in your day, in your waking moment, throughout your life, that's something I don't want to be a part of. If people want to change and admit, like, yeah, I got this issue, I want to change it, that's different. But if you can't admit that it's an issue and it needs to be changed, then it's not going to get solved. So then it's something that I need to stay away from, for your own sake and for my own sake. So, all right, I think that's good for now. I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.